The travesty that is the Boruto anime is seemingly coming to an end at last. From the memes to the terrible animation to the joke that is the story and the filler, it is finally coming to an end, but it is not all bad. There's proper good reason to hate on the Boruto anime at times. There's moments in the Boruto anime, like the start to what a filler arc and then filler arc after filler arc. It's pretty hard to keep a fan base after that. Naruto was known to have a filler problem, and all they did was bring it over. Now, Boruto did have some conditions, like the fact that the manga was a monthly, that there really wasn't anything they could do about that. That is just how the nature of the show was. But they really could have put more effort into those arcs, relate them more to the core characters, to the cast, as well as put more effort towards animation and a unique story. There were some really great moments in the anime, especially during the Jigen arc and the Ishiki arc, where the anime was actually really good and the fights were really good and animated really well as well. Now, most of these moments paled in comparison to the manga. Now, speaking on the manga a little bit, it was always seen as the better version of the story, and honestly it is, but a lot of people really hyped up the manga, and always, even the manga was getting memed on at some points too, but there was always a core fan base there. I've been reading Boruto pretty much since it came out, and it's always been pretty good, but generally the manga has done stuff better than the anime, but there is some moments though that the anime did way better. Like when Kurama died in the anime, it was way cooler in my opinion than in the manga. I really felt the emotion in that scene, I feel like, better, and they really executed it well. But honestly, I feel like too there was just a lot of opportunities to do stuff in the anime and cool arcs and stuff that wasn't evolved on in Naruto that you could have done there. Just to give some short ones, some things off the top of my head. Lee was known to be someone that really fell off in Shippuden in terms of story building, so why don't you bring him in to train Boruto some taijutsu or something? Sai was also not utilized that much in the second half of Shippuden either. You could have done some really cool covert missions with Boruto, right? Some cool filler stuff. Speculating on what could have done and what could have been is really at this point pointless. But there's a lot of ways the story could have evolved. Like I was saying earlier, with the manga being a monthly, even though it was on fire, there was a lot of things that could have been done better there, and just story things where Boruto's progression was hard for a character to be related to. Now, I'm going to be talking about the theme here of Boruto, just in case you don't really know. So obviously, we all know that Naruto is a kid that started with nothing and got everything. And Boruto, the whole theme is really centered around, especially if you're up to date on the manga, Boruto having everything and then losing it all. I think although the manga has been on fire, it is needed that the anime needs to end and be rebranded, because that theme is not being pushed in the best way, and that progression, at least under this banner of Boruto Naruto Next Generations, will not work, and it will be a little awkward. So this rebranding is definitely needed. Now, I know some people think that anime is just ending. Obviously, that's not true. It's coming back, and what's really interesting about where the anime is ending is the Boruto manga is still not in timeskip. In case you didn't know, I won't be speaking on what's going on past what the latest episode was, but there was a lot of stuff that they left out in the anime, and it's pretty interesting. But the reason why, and I kind of alluded to it earlier with how the manga gets so dark very quickly, is that it would be really strange, honestly. Like if you were to compare like the last manga chapter to like Boruto episode 1, it'd be really weird if they're under the same banner, and I think it's completely fine that they're choosing to rebrand it now. There were some moments though in that episode, and like I said, I won't speak on the manga spoilers, but they were definitely alluding to some of the stuff that happened in the newest chapter, and it was pretty cool. And the scene at the end of this episode when they're on the mountain is just amazing. Like scenes like that, when it's animated like that, it's just like, why couldn't some other moments be like this? Like, and the anime throughout the whole thing, you'll be feeling like that. And Studio Pierrot, I mean, we saw what they did with Bleach. Bleach looks excellent, and they really could have saved this anime and made it not so much of a meme if they just put more effort. Like, they just didn't care at some points, and it was so lazy, and it looked terrible. Like, I don't know if they just didn't rewatch the episodes they animated, but it was like, how is this acceptable? And I understand the difficulty there in animation, but it's like, at that point, just delay it. Like, a delay is way better than when they had Naruto looking like a goblin. Like, who did him like that? And why did you think that was an okay decision? Now, a really common criticism of the manga, and a criticism I've said, criticism pretty much everyone has said, is there is no relation to Code. It really in the manga too, and you really feel disconnected to this character. And still, they could have built Code up way better in the anime, and they chose not to do it. And I know, like, what I was saying with it being a monthly, it seems like a cop-out, but there was a lot of opportunities for them to capitalize, and they had a lot of chances, and they did not seize the moment at all. There is a real chance for redemption here, though, and this rebranding, I think, will change the series for the better. And I want to go over some wishes and some hopes and what they have to do to save the series. So they need to put more effort into the animation, whether that is delays, getting rid of fillers, because who wants to watch it anyways, and just have a way darker tone and make sure there isn't this weird tone shift where like the material is super dark, but then like the animation style doesn't match it. That animation style on that mountain is what the entire rest of the series should look like. And I understand there needs to be more effort there, but it just has to be done. Like, there's no other way. You would be completely losing this opportunity and this chance to capitalize on some great moments. And there's a lot of fights and a lot of things that could be a little bit better. With the heat that the manga has been getting, and absolutely on fire the manga has been, you need to seize this moment and take your opportunity while you can. And I really hope the anime does that. I hope it will be better. I know they'll pull it off. It's been going better, and things have been getting better for the series, and I think this is a real chance at redemption. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think, what you want, and we're just getting started. We'll stay consistent, and I'll see you guys in the next one.